Last year I took a trip to Geneva for a study abroad trip, and I met Professor Dr. Astrid Stuckelberger. She was a hardcore researcher, intelligent woman, and huge feminist who kind of rallied all her troops, especially the women in her class, took us to lunch and kind of drilled us into being more confident as young professionals and trying to just take that step forward. And every strategy that she taught me, every kind of communication skill, I still kept with me to this day, and I still think about her.
A changemaker that impacted me actually quite recently is another lawyer. His name is Sunny Huang, and he was one of the founders of the Korean American Community Foundation. And the KACF in New York is an organization that I discovered shortly after I became chair of the Scholarship Foundation. And the work that they do in New York and the success that they have doing it was phenomenal. And they were able to do something that I hadn't seen before, and that was to engage young Korean Canadians, young professionals, 1.5 and second gens, into the community and in such a successful way. And so that became an inspiration for me. And I met Sunny before I even knew he was part of this organization at a conference in Los Angeles, and we got off really well. And when I found out that he had been one of the founding directors as well as a past chair for a number of years, I called him up and we talked, and since then, the last 4 years, he's been a very close person for me to sound off on in terms of ideas, to learn from. He's shared a lot of his experiences and intimate sort of details as to the formative years of the KACF. Without him, I don't know that I would have had the energy and the drive to do as much as I've tried to do with the Scholarship Foundation here, and for as long as I've been doing it now. So he certainly is a change maker for me, and he's impacted my life, and he's done incredible work in New York.
Most recently, I would have to say Senator Martin. I first met Senator Una Martin in my first year of law school, and recently I've had a chance to work very closely with her on a campaign that our church was involved with as well. But I think just to see the passion that she has for the Korean Canadian community, she works tirelessly just for many different causes, and I sometimes sit back and I wonder how she has the time and the energy, but the way that she leads is through service, and I think having the opportunity to work closely with her and to see her heart and to see the effort and the way that she approaches each opportunity, each challenge was really inspiring and continues to inspire me.
For me, Mary Jo Letty is a change maker. She is the founder of the Romero House. It's a refugee supporting house, and it's somewhere near, I believe, Dundas Street West Station in Toronto. And it's a refugee welcoming house where refugees from all over the world come to Toronto. And the house welcomes them by providing them with housing and providing them with food and friendship and relationships, with settlement issues. So it's basically a community that welcomes refugees that want to claim refugee status in Canada. I mentioned Mary Jo Letty because not only is she a founder of this amazing initiative in Toronto, but also she's a woman of integrity. She's a writer, she's a poet, she's a thinker. She's a professor of philosophy at U of T, and her ability to welcome newcomers and people that are on the margins in our society really sets a good example for the kind of person that I strive to be.
Have you ever heard the saying, "If I see far, it is only because I stand on the shoulders of giants"? I think for me, Dad was that giant. So he's definitely my change maker.
think I can make a difference by doing the little things. You know, I'm sure with so many great people who are doing great things in our city, sometimes you wonder, you know, what can one person really do? And I think just with whatever sphere of influence that you're in, whatever profession that you're in, no matter what you enjoy doing, just do the little things, make a difference, and be intentional, I think. So doing the little things, being intentional with everything that you do, I think step by step you can make a difference.
I can make a difference by representing my youth group, and I'm hoping to set the stage for the people my age and the generation that kind of follows me. I want to be that positive role model for them, and when they see me, I want them to think, I can be like her. Michelle did it. I have the right mindset, I have the right heart for it, I can do it.
I think if the leaders of the community really start to meet with the youth and with folks who haven't gone so far in their lives and start kind of exposing themselves and not just their strengths but their weaknesses as well, I think that would go a long way to helping the youth kind of come out from the shadow of the leaders and really flourish and grow in their own right.
I think to engage members of our community to be more active in our community is we have to challenge and we have to move away from the notion that our Koreanness is something to either put to the side, leave at home, or overcome in order to be successful in our community. I think that our Koreanness is something now to be celebrated. There's so much success that our Korea, the country, has done, as well as Korean Canadians here. And the sooner we can all really feel empowered by our Koreanness, I think it will help to engage people to come back to the community, because that will only help everyone. It'll help yourself and it'll help the community by becoming more engaged.
I think our community has so much potential, and not only so much potential, but I think that our community is doing so many great things, and I think it really is about getting people excited about what they can be doing. I think often people in our community just don't know what opportunities are out there or how to get involved. And I think we have a lot of different wonderful organizations, but I think to get people excited and to have that unified voice, I think it'd be great to start bringing these organizations together to work with one another and to be able to reach out to those who either need services or who want to get involved, and provide people with the opportunity, or at least the information to actually be able to go out and make a difference, I think is one key element. And I think as individual organizations, or as perhaps individuals in each profession, we're all doing great, but if we come together, there certainly is strength in numbers. So I think that's one way that we can certainly engage those who want to get involved.
It gives me the opportunity to kind of branch out on my network, meet great like-minded people who are all on the same page, who have the same goals in mind, and it also gives me the opportunity to kind of learn about things that I don't maybe know about yet, and maybe something that might interest me that I haven't really touched upon, so looking forward to it.